Here's what's making news now around Indiana, brought to you by Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning and Plumbing. The man for all seasons, Chapman, chapmanheating.com. Well, coal contributes an estimated $750 million plus every year to Indiana's economy. But as utility companies all over the U.S. transition to cleaner burning, lower cost alternative fuels, coal mines everywhere are shutting down, leaving entire communities to struggle in their wake. But one Fishers-based company is on a mission to breathe life back into one former Greene County mine. Around Indiana, reporter Mary Rachel Redman has more from Jasonville.
Mid-19th century Indiana, the Wabash Valley booming with black gold.
It supplied a majority of our power in the region, basically the energy that all of us used in Indianapolis for many years.
While coal remains king in Indiana, it's not a question of if, but when Hoosier mines are permanently shuttered, like this former Landree Mine in Jasonville.
This is where the former coal mine was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the guys, they would enter the mine about 15 feet below that water.
So looking around, I see up over here, now that looks like coal to me.
Mm-hmm. That is. So that was there was 2 coal seams here. This mine alone provided over 100 jobs. The number of coal mines that have went bankrupt in the last 3 years and the number of people that have lost jobs, what we wanted to do is bring a real solution to a real problem.
That solution? A farm-to-table craft distillery.
It looks hilly ahead of us.
Uh-huh.
That's all going to be flat?
It'll all be flat.
The co-founders of Land Betterment Corp gave me a tour of the 22-acre property that they acquired over a year ago from a defunct New York hedge fund.
So this old material is just left, not in the right state.
You're supposed to do environmental cleanup as you mine coal. You have potential for acid water in the downstreams, you have afflicted wildlife, and more importantly, the community can never use the property again. And when they walked away, not only was there post-mining cleanup needed, there's 5 years of excess debris we had to go through.
So we'll move all that to its proper location, which is what they're doing right now with the dozer and our tractor. At the end of the day, our goal is to come in here and clean it up.
Not only clean up the environmental problems, but also the job and the tax-based problems that the community has.
Former coal miners are already chomping at the bit. Meet Joe Wright. He spent the last decade mining at this very site and is grateful for the opportunity.
Worked in the warehouse, and then went and worked underground for 4 or 5 years. It was definitely a downturn for the community, but you know, hopefully this project will bring them back. And you know, it's different jobs, but it's still jobs. It'll continue my employment, so that's good for me and my family.
Not every community has the type of product that fits that industry. Think about a former coal miner. They are great at troubleshooting, electrical circuitry, heavy machinery. A distillery is not that different.
So how much longer is this going to take?
We'll be done with all the remediation over the next 4 months.
So we want the community to support itself, foster new innovation and new businesses, and make folks proud again for their local communities and know that they can make a better life for themselves and their families right where they live.
Mary Rachel Redman, Inside Indiana Business.
And Coalcraft Spirits is expected to open sometime next year. Also making headlines around Indiana, a Switzerland-based private asset management firm is planning another big solar project in southwest Indiana. Capital Dynamics says a partnership with Nebraska-based Tenaska will produce a 300-megawatt solar farm in POSEY County that will create a small number of jobs. The company says the project will be located on up to 3,000 acres, with construction to begin next year. The president and CEO of the Northwest Indiana Regional Development Authority is stepping down. Bill Hanna has led the organization for 10 years. He's leaving to become executive director of the Dean and Barbara White Family Foundation in Maryville. Hanna helped lead many important efforts in the region, including the South Shore Rail Extension and double track projects. He also was a leader on initiatives that leverage more than $1 billion in shoreline development projects.